G'day Carbonites, welcome back to S Plus TNT, the video series where we go through Structures Plus one item at a time. So in this episode we're going to have a look at all the elevators you can use in Structures Plus. These are all, they're completely different from the vanilla ones. So the first thing you'll notice is they actually fit properly. They're not some weird dimension like 4 by 2.5 and all this fucking crazy shit, like 1.5 by 2. No, the small one is just a single tile. The medium one is a 2 by 3, and the large one is a 3 by 5. So it's actually really good for getting Rexes and Gigas and stuff like that. Okay, so besides the size of the platform itself, he's also made it so you can add certain stops along the elevator's path as well, so you can set different floor levels. It's fucking, I know it sounds really simple, but it's actually really cool. So this one just like it just stops up here. We can go all the way to the top. Like, how fucking cool is that? So we can go back down to the middle floor. It stops perfectly. Look how nice it lines up. Like, it's just... that's how elevators should have worked in the first place. So this is actually a fairly new feature for Structures Plus. And I like to think that I actually had something to do with this. I suggested it to him. And yeah, it turned out so good. Okay, so the way it works is when you look at the elevator, notice down in the bottom right hand corner you've got elevator stops, and then it's got a 0, 1, and then a 9 at the top. So they're your different floors. Now to select a floor, you've got to make sure you're looking at the elevator. See how it says E to elevate? As long as it says that while you press one of the numpads, it'll work. Because I've tried to do it where you just sort of walk up to it and press it, and it doesn't always work. It did this time because it's going to, you know, prove me wrong. But I think looking at it is, I don't know, it's more consistent. Let's just try it here. Alright, never mind. Just fucking do what you want. It seems to be working. So you just got to be standing on it by the looks of it. Yeah, it's fucking working perfectly. Yes, and so the number pad keys are the ones you use to choose your floor. So yeah, it's as simple as that. When you first build the elevator, 0 and 9 are going to be there automatically. So you always have a bottom and a top, and you can add custom levels in between there. So we're going to go through that and we'll build one from scratch. So let me get some supplies. Okay, so we're going to build a medium platform elevator. Now for all of those ones there, I actually placed the walls on the outside. I'm actually going to try it on the inside and see how it looks. So I'm going to build just a quick box just to house the elevator, just so it looks pretty. Okay, so next thing we're going to talk about is the elevator track itself. He's fixed the snap point on it, so now it always lines up perfectly. He had it that they would snap in the middle of the foundation, and it threw out all the dimensions of the platforms. It was just horrible, but now it always lines up perfectly. There is a little bit of a trick to this. When you place it down like that, this is actually snapped to this foundation here. So if I pick that up, see how the track disappears as well. So that's just something to keep in mind, that it's always going to snap to the foundation that's in front of it. Okay, now the elevator track themselves are They're exactly one wall high, and they will never get out of sync like the vanilla ones do. So the structures plus ones, they always line up perfectly. It's awesome. I forgot I'm gonna need some power. I'm just going to plop it right there. Look at that. Looks perfect. Alright, let's place some walls. Alright, looks good. Okay, so now the platform itself. Yeah, that actually looks terrible. Yeah, placing them on the outside of the wall looks a lot better. Sort of hides the platform a bit better. That's not too bad. Okay, so you can see it's powered and we've got our elevator stops. So if we just press 9, it'll go all the way to the top. And watch where it stops. Actually, you can't really see it. Let me fly. Or just fucking fall to my death. Actually, you can't really see it there either. Let's place some ceilings. Look at it. It's just, it's unreal. Love it. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how high you go. It'll always line up perfectly every time. That was terrible. Okay. Let's just, we'll stop it there. So let's say we want to make a floor here, which is just 2 walls. Now, the way you add a stop to it is you need to have access to the track. So we want the elevator to stop here on this floor. Actually, we're gonna have to get down, because what you need to do is keep in mind how many tracks that you have. So this first one here goes to the top of that wall. The second one goes to the top of the second wall, which is where we have the ceilings. So that's the one we want to access. So if we hold down E on that, add stop, that will add a stop to that the top of that track there, which is 2 walls high. It's exactly where we want it. I'm just going to finish off doing these ceilings. Okay, so now you can see if we look down in the bottom right hand corner, we've got a 0 and a 1 there. So it's added the first stop. If we press 1, it doesn't work. Okay, it was doing this to me before as well. The only way I got it to work is you just double press it. I'm not sure what's the go with that, but yeah, it was doing it to me just before as well. Yeah, it's working now. It's fine. So just double tap it if it doesn't work like that. So that's pretty much it. Like, there's not much to it. And these, oh man, I love that they line up perfectly. It drives me nuts that Wildcard add structures like this and then they don't use the same unit of measure, you know, just a simple wall and foundation measurement. So anyway guys, that's all I've got for you. I hope you found it useful. I hope you start using the elevators now that they're so simple. They actually line up properly, they snap in the correct position. You can add floors to them, they're fucking brilliant. Anyway guys, as always, don't forget to lead your targets, and I'll see you next time.